Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops.
That's what Charlo did to Lubin. What I told Charlo was that when we were getting ready to walk out, right, and somebody said, "Hey, Derrick," and he looked up. I said he lost focus at that point, because once he got in the ring, that was perfect. The performance was perfect, but the ring walk, he got distracted. I think you got to be focused on everything all the way. That's a little nitpicky, but I'm just saying.
He had one hair strand out of place.
But that's what I gotta find something wrong, right?
Yeah,
and that's the key to it. Is the focus, like, and it may seem something simple, but just the fact that happened, you know, who's to say it won't happen in the ring or whatever, so we got to keep the tunnel vision.
Is there anyone out there that you've seen in the past who's come close to having a perfect fight? Floyd, Sugar Ray Leonard,
Floyd does it, Ray Leonard does it, Sweet Pea did it, you know what I mean? Even Mike Tyson, you know. I think that perfection is different for everybody, what they look for, what their desires are, and so, but they've been there's so many guys. Ali did it, you know what I mean? So many people have done it. You know, who was that? George Foreman did it. Even though he was getting beat by Michael Moore, he came back, because basically it was a strategy. I'm not faster than this guy. I can't meet this guy with conditioning, but I can endure what he's doing. That's basically what I does.
You're right, that Michael Moore fight, a little bit more athletic, obviously, and younger. He's like, I'm going to catch me bitches and get jabbed at. Hell, man, when we say Derrick James compares Jared Hurd to George Foreman.
I know that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that's what happened during that particular fight. Not to say that that's what he does. He fights throughout the fight because he puts the pressure on you that you have to fight. And that's where the tires and wheels break off, because he puts so much heat on you, so much pressure on you.
Okay, no, sure. There's very little tape on Ocampo. But what you've seen, what does he do well?
He does a lot of things. He's able to create distance well. He has a good jab. He counter punches pretty well. We've been working on that, counter punching. Well, not arrow counter punch, but preparing for the counter punch. We're working on the actual the way he creates distance. But you already said he's gonna create distance. You already said he's gonna use his ranges. I mean, you're sitting there talking to the guy. He's right here at you, got the same height. So where's the distance, the arm range? So I think that in his mind, if you go back and watch video on him, everybody's fighting he's a lot taller than him. So he's fighting undersized guys, but now he's fighting a guy with his size or his height, because Errol is still more massive and more big and more developed than he is. So, but we'll see, man.
At what point did you realize that ERROL was special? Was it an age or just a point?
You know what? I think that once after we started training, and he finally got everything I was teaching him, I was working with him on, and he started to implement it, which was good. But when he started to make it his own, which when you say that's what made it really special, I believe, is that when he took everything I was teaching him, and then you will see him kind of like bag it and bring it out, present it in a different manner, and that's what made him special to me.
How do you and ERROL stay grounded? Is it just a Texas thing? You guys have accomplished a lot, especially last year. Charlo knocking out mandatories, ERROL getting the title. How do you guys stay humble during this whole process?
I don't think it's a big deal. I think that I look at it as if I think a big deal is if I went out and I went to fed 1 million people. That's a big deal. I'm gonna walk out with my chest sticking out. I've been boxing since I was 4 or 5 years old. So if you think about that, this is just what you've been doing. Is it interesting that we're doing it? Yeah, but I think that it's not enough big deal to where you can go out and embarrass yourself, be pompous, be arrogant. I don't think it's like that, because I fed 1 million people. You won't stop me from talking. I'm just saying, so that's when I think it's a big deal. This is like kind of what we do.
So what happens in this performance, you feel? Because I know there's a lot of eyes on ERROL at this moment. I know he's trained hard and had a really good training camp as well. From what you've seen, what happens in this fight?
Man, I don't know, man. Really, it's not so much about him, it's so much about Carlos and Campos. So whatever he does, if he can take the punches, if he can take the this, whatever. So that's what. So the expectations are, I have no idea. So everything is situational. I mean, so you can't is I make it easy for myself by not trying to think it all the way through.
Like you told me, it drives you nuts.
Well, it can drive you crazy, right? So I take it for what it is, and so I don't put so much of my time into it. I just prepare and I think about every situation that Carlos Ocampo presents or that he possibly can present. Then we go from there. I just look at it for what it is, even in the ring. I go crazy. Like I told you, I was like 2 weeks ago. In LA,
So how has he looked in sparring? What has he been doing in sparring partner?
He's been looking really good, man. He's very strong, So from the first day we started camp, right? Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna spar 15. Now we've been training. He said, I'm gonna spar 15 rounds today. I said, man, no, you're not. He said, yes, I am. I said, no, I don't believe you. So he has Adrian Taylor, who just started 8 rounds with. He goes 7 rounds with Jamel. So Jamel is second. The heavyweight is first, right? The 200-pound guy first, and Jamel Charlo, the fastest, smarter, intelligent guy, the second. So when you think about that, you say, damn. So that's why in the latter part of the fights, he's stronger, he's better, because he's in there with better opposition.
How does he do against the heavyweight? I'm surprised he's
sparring the heavyweight. Hey, man.
Where's the second heavyweight?
I'm not going to talk about it. He's fighting on the card, matter of fact. He's fighting on the card. Adrian Taylor.
I want to find out how
Adrian Taylor, he's a 185-pounder. He got down to 185 this fight.
Okay.
So 187. So you see him out there. He's a good fighter, too. Yeah.
When ERROL puts it to him?
Hey, man, I'm not going to talk about that, man.
I got one more question for you. I know the moment's not too big for you or EJ. You guys are the most probably killed tandem in boxing. But how special is it to, being the trainer of a world champion in your hometown of Dallas? And fighting here Saturday night.
I don't know, man. I don't know, because I don't think about it. You know what I mean? Because think about it. If I think, man, I'm training the world champion. So I'm walking around thinking about that. It's
kind of fighting Dallas Saturday.
I don't think about it, because it's kind of crazy if I'm thinking, man, So if you think about that, it sounds great, right? But for me to think about it, it sounds crazy. So to me, but I think that you come in and you go focus, just like if I had a guy who's 0-0. I'm still gonna put everything in him. I'm still gonna be happy because I'm still gonna stand there with him, as if if he lost 20 fights. So, but it's good to be in Dallas, man, for the fans, and regardless if I train a world champ or not, I think that it's great to be here in Dallas and see the boxing come out. So when I grew up boxing the Golden Glove, we would get 11,000 people out every week in the Golden Glove. So with this fight, he got us beat, So, but I think it's gonna be beautiful, man. I'm happy, man. I'm happy. But personally, I don't know how it feels. I don't think about it like that.
So now, Thurman is not necessarily in the best favorable light with the fans. What's your whole take? ERROL pressured him, he vacated his belt, and how would your fighter, ERROL Spence, match up with Keith Thurman if they fight in the future?
Well, first of all, I always choose my guy over everybody, right? But I don't think about Keith Thurman like that. I just think situations happen. I'm not going to say what pushed him to do this or to do that, because I have no idea. It's going to be hypothetical, and I'm not going to speculate, taking extra energy out of my personal life. But hey, man, we'll do well against him. I think that it'll be another stoppage. I think he's stopping. I mean, if they were to fight, I believe that. But I mean, I don't think that was the cause of him not fighting. I just think he has other issues. I mean, and whatever it is, I believe in my guy.
Okay, I'm not sure if you've been asked this. I'm pretty sure you probably have, but
we're gonna see.
Excuse me. Production meeting at 5 o'clock.
Today?
Yeah. At Donovan.
Okay.
Different spin on it. For you, what's a more challenging fight? You looking at Thurman and Crawford for ERROL in terms of the skills you see from both those guys?
I don't know, man. I think that because Thurman has to beat Garcia first. But if he does beat Garcia, I think it's very, very, very rough, rigorous fight, right? That's why we have a heavyweight in the ring. Then say we spar a smaller guy who's faster, or a guy like Jamel who's bigger but faster. So we're able to deal with the skill set of Sean Porter. Say hypothetically you got a guy like Crawford, very fast, very agile. We work on that. I mimic the guys. I watch the guys. I've only seen him fight like 2 or 3 times, so I don't really watch the fight that much. But we be prepared for this. So I don't know what guy would be tougher, or I just think that they both will be the same. And that's only because of in the preparation. You win the fights in preparation. You don't win the fight the night of the fight, I believe. So we will prepare very well, and we will go out there and do the best we can do.
Surprised by what Errol told me earlier. He felt that he just bullies Crawford. What do you think?
Hey man, you know what? I believe in my guy.
Yeah. No, I know you do.
And wait,
But expand on that.
And he's a very strong and very physical fighter. So he knows what he's going to do. And that's all I gotta say. I'm not gonna get into that. I mean, I don't know if he said it, but if you say he said it, that's why I'm not buying. I didn't hear him say it, but if he said that, man, he believes that. That's what he believes in. He's a man. You know, he's a guy who knows what he's gonna do. And I mean, I think it'll be a very good fight.
What do you make of what he did against Horn? Was it something that
I didn't see it?
You didn't see it at all? Oh, okay.
I never really watched him fight. I've seen him fight Gamboa, saw him fight Postal. And that's it, twice. So
from those fights, I guess, to you, did he look special?
I mean, no, he fought a small guy and a slow guy. You know, I mean, I don't know. I think that I'm not getting into that. But hey, he won, and he's the guy. So hopefully we can make it happen next year. Yeah, late next year sometime.
Okay, so you've seen a lot of Thurman's fights, right?
Yeah, I've seen him fight.
Okay, to you, who looks better in the fights you've seen? Just your honest opinion.
I don't know, man. I mean, I think both of them look good, really, to be honest. I'm trying to give him to say something.
No, I just want your honest, respectful opinion.
Honestly, I think they both look good. I think they both do well. They've both been able to uphold everything they want to do and keep them as a boxer. You know, the one time is just a mantra that he had when he was fighting less opposition, because the better opposition, he should change his name to Keith Thurman, great boxer. You know, whatever, because that's what he really is, a good boxer.
Well, yeah, a lot of people don't know he was one away from making the Olympics.
Yeah. But he got beat up. Andrade got beat up by Charles Atlee, too. So I saw him lose to Charles Atlee in Colorado. I saw him fight Charles Atlee in Houston. Charles Atlee would have beat him and they robbed him. So I saw that. So, wait.
Do you think it's a distraction to Errol that a lot of people are looking ahead to like the next super fights as opposed to focusing on this fight?
Nah, man, because he's in the moment. He's staying right here. He's staying right in. He's not thinking about him. I think that he's focused on colors of compass, because without that, you can't look past the actual guy that's in front of you, because you got to be stepping all this stuff. He's right here, and he's so big you can't look around him. It's right here in your face. So you deal with what's in front of you, and then you think about everything else behind you.
If you had to describe the Jermell Charlo, Errol Spence sparring in one word, what would you use, and how do they feed off each other energy-wise?
Hey man, I like it. I mean, I like to see two guys work, and there's not a lot of punches landed. It's great, man. You know, you could ask Brian Custer this question. Come over.
Oh yeah, he was in.
What's that? What'd you ask me about?
If you had to describe the Jermell Charlo,
you know what?
Errol Spence
I tell everybody
in
this.
one word.
A pay-per-view fight.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It was a pay-per-view fight.
It's that good.
Popcorn?
Well, listen, man, it's really good. And so we're talking. So he's been to the gym before.
Yes.
When Errol sparred Adrian Taylor, you saw that. But see, like I said, Errol spars the heavyweight guy first. Then he spars Jermell.
Here's the crazy thing. Derrick, what he won't tell you is that Derrick, he didn't even tell Errol how many rounds he's gonna spar. And he was training, he made him get in with a heavyweight, and Errol was doing round after round after round, and then he looked over at Jermell and said, "You ready?" And then Jermell got in, and listen, Errol had to do about 7-8 rounds with a heavyweight.
Yeah, he did 8 with the heavyweight.
And then he put Jermell in, they did about 7. And it was unbelievable.
So he goes from the first day we sparred, he went 15 rounds.
Yes.
And he did about 17 or 18 a couple times. But yeah, I mean,
You said 17, 18?
Yeah, 17, 18 rounds
Yeah.
with 30-second break.
Yeah.
What's your gym like, the temperature? Because I know it's hot.
Oh, it was over 100. It was 95 degrees outside. I stepped in and it was starting to sweat. Oh, it was over 100 degrees in there.
Look, he's telling you. I'm like, look, I didn't. So listen.
You didn't even think.
I was ready.
It was over 100 degrees in that gym.
Oh yeah. It's hot.
Over 100 degrees.
He's sitting there. Let's put it like this: when we did the interview, like the round table,
we had to stop. We stopped after every question because we all were sweating.
That's right. You have to keep toweling off. For real.
I have mad respect for the way he challenges in the way Errol and Jermell Charlo trained after watching that for 4 days?
Oh, yeah.
That was unbelievable.
Derrick, listen, you've been awarded the 2017 Trainer of the Year by Ring Magazine as well as Yahoo Sports.
Yeah.
What do you feel, without you being modest, makes you great as a trainer?
That I don't think about that anymore. I think that it's something that, hypothetically, if you could possibly do it, you say, I want to do it. So I've done it. So I let it go, and I don't worry about it, because my key is to make sure my guys look good, my guys keep getting better, my guys keep growing. If you notice, a lot of guys who win those awards, right, they take on 25 fighters. The fighters that they had before don't do that well, or they don't talk about them anymore. So my thing is that I'm not so involved in about the awards and accolades, because there is no accolade greater than my guys winning and being successful. So I have to keep pushing that.
My follow-up question to you is now that everybody notices your work, everybody notices the champions that you have, the sport of boxing is always buzzing, especially here in Dallas. Who has inspired you as a trainer, whether they be active or non-active, as far as legendary trainers?
Well, I've been inspired by my boxing coach. I think the two older guys that inspire me the most, I think, my boxing coach, Taylor August, and also I like Nacho Beristain. So, I don't watch him, but I think it's just focus, his discipline, his technique, and how he gets those guys, and he pushes those guys to be great. His ability to teach counterpunching and teach so much defense, that's great for me to see. My coach is exactly the same way. So those are the two guys who are older guys who motivate and inspire me. And also, I was sitting down one day, Errol and I were sitting with Curtis Coates, and Errol's father asked him, he said, what is the difference between boxing today and boxing when you were fighting? He said, there are no teachers in boxing. So if you think about it, most trainers are not teaching, they're working guys out. So the guys in good shape, but the technique and skill are lacking. I don't believe in like guys say he has a good chin. I think that's BS. The guy hit you with a bad punch. If you rotate your whole body on a punch, there's no way your body can take that type of pressure. So it's a bad punch, not a good chin. You know what I mean?
As a trainer, when you go into training camp, especially with superior athletes that you have, do you as a trainer try and work on new things from the previous fights, or if it's something that you see in the training camp that you feel that you want to work on, or is it just something repetitive?
Well, first of all, I think we have to address the initial issue that they had in the first fight.
Okay.
Because if it was the issue in the first fight, the fight before, then it's going to carry over to each fight. So I first have to address the first issue or whatever they were doing wrong in the first fight. Then come up to whatever new and build and grow from that point. Because I think that if you constantly keep going and building, there are big holes. So you're going to take those holes with you. Somebody's going to eventually be able to fill them. So I think you have to constantly keep refilling the holes and keep getting better and better and better. And when I first started training the guy, I asked him, what's the weakest part of their game? And that's what we're going to work on. I said, don't tell me, but we're going to focus on that. And so when you address that weak issue, you go to the next, just keep, so hopefully you can make a complete fighter.